Hey, do you remember last year I brought a prototype 3D printer into my house just after CES? I told the story of how Ivy 3D, 3 people that I met in Las Vegas, drove from Vegas to Seattle with this prototype machine. They wined and dined me just a little bit and then left me with the machine to have my way with it. And then I so eloquently produced a non-review, and I think the words in the thumbnail say, "My words don't matter." It was a warning against investing in a Kickstarter machine, but I made the case for these 3 individuals that I met because I felt I learned of their passion for creating a quality machine. Well, fast forward a year, and we were just at CES. In fact, Ivy 3D brought myself and my team down there to take a look because, lo and behold, they have a legitimate machine ready to take on the world and shipping. Well, I don't want to spoil the surprise. And so why don't you stick around and watch what happens when we talk to Ivy 3D at CES right here on 3D Printing Nerd. Hey, Helen.
Hi, Joe.
It's been a year since we've been at this spot here at CES.
Yes, it's been a year, and it's lovely to see you again.
That's good to see you as well. Dinner was fantastic last night,
yes.
And it was really good to meet more of the team.
Yes.
But you've done some things here. We're out in a lot different space than we were when we first talked last year about your 3D printer.
Yes.
What are some of the things that you've done to update, or what are some of the things that have happened since I've seen you last time?
Okay, after we met at the CES last year, we had a very successful Kickstarter campaign.
Congrats.
And that was in May 2019. And I want to take this chance to say a great thanks to all of our super supportive backers.
Thank you, backers.
And we cannot make it without them, and we cannot be here we are without them.
It's great to have that community support behind you and empowering you.
Yes. And after that, we've hit on a journey that we've never been before, including looking for the best team members, finding a place to work, contacting and negotiating with potential suppliers, and many other things that you can imagine we need to do to turn a prototype into a product.
Oh, so once the Kickstarter was ended and it was very successful, then you were empowered. You essentially had to start the business.
Yes.
Wow.
Because before that, there were only 3 of us, me, Avis, and Andy. But after the campaign, we need to have a team to turn the prototype into the product.
How many people are there now?
Now there are about 15 of us.
That's great.
Yes. And right now, when we are here, they are working very hard in China to make sure that everything runs smoothly with this printer.
It looks a lot different. I mean, the outside shell is still the same, but the movements are quick, but it's doing really well. What are some of the improvements that you've made over the year?
Yes, besides the key features that I told or showed you last time, including the closed loop system, the super high resolution, and the 3-in-1 functions, why don't we start by showing you the progress on the LCD touchscreen?
Oh, the screen's working.
Yes.
Let's go over there.
It's working. You can see there are 5 functions, and this one is the status. It shows you the progress, the status of the printer right now. For example, it is printing, and this is, we've completed 26% of this Joe-Bot.
Oh, 26%. It's got,
and there are 1 hour and 8 minutes left to finish the printing.
And then it's got the actual and the target, the file.
The file name, and then how many material you have left in this printer. So you would know in advance if you have enough material to finish the printing.
I see.
You can also pause or cancel.
Okay, well that's
if there's
good.
any problem.
What else did you have on the menu?
And then there's the file, but you don't, because we don't have, it shows you the G codes that you saved on the SD card.
I see.
It's the similar with other SD or other 3D printers. And this is the control part. It's also similar with other printers. You can control the XYZ axis, and you can load or unload. Right now there is only 1 spool on the right, but we've left a space for another spool in the future so that we can have dual extruder.
That's right. I remember when the machine I had, it had that space for 2 spools in the top.
Yes. And then you can also change the temperature or set the temperature here.
I see. Okay, so standard 3D printer functions.
Yes.
The user interface looks really nice.
Yes. The main difference of our LCD touchscreen with other 3D printers is besides it is a interface for you to control the printer directly, it is also a shortcut for you to access our cloud software. Is this function, the Explore.
Oh.
And you can see the models here, and you can choose one to print directly.
From the cloud?
Yes.
That's kind of
And
neat.
from the LCD touchscreen.
That's really handy. Well, and you have the laptop here.
Yes.
Is this a user interface for the cloud software as well?
Yes, this one has, here on the LCD you have some key functions of the software, but on the website you have all the functions there.
Can we take a look?
Yes. Okay, on the website you have more choices, and you can see the model we are printing, the JoBot.
I see that model. I like that model.
And I will show you. You can see all the models we have here, right? And on the LCD, you will only see only see model itself, and you will tap print. But on the website, you will be able to see more G codes. For example, for this model, we have more G codes, so you have choices. And for example, you can see more details. For example, how much time you need for the printing, and what layer height you've set for this G code, and what nozzle you are using, and how much material you need, and all the other details. So if you feel like, oh, okay, I like this G code, I like this setting, I can just tap make directly.
And that sends it right here.
Yes. Shall we try it? Shall I cancel
Well, I
this
mean,
one first?
no. We can't cancel a JoBot. That doesn't seem right.
Because
It's going so fast though, so it's only going to take another hour.
Okay, because I want to show you how it works. If you just tap make,
Okay.
and then it works.
I trust you. You do what you need to do.
Okay.
This will end poorly.
She's going to cancel a JoBot.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there it goes.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I felt nothing.
And then I open the door.
Oh, it's got a dual hinge right there.
Yes.
So it doesn't just go to here. It
Yes.
goes all the way up to here.
Yes.
That's handy.
I need to remove the feet of the JoBot.
Well, that came off really easy.
Yes.
Looks like someone went a little hard on the build plate there.
Not me.
Well, let's take a look at this. Let me just see
Yeah.
this real quick. I mean, it was booking. That machine was moving pretty quick in creating this, and the quality is pretty darn good for the speed at which it was going. The feet look great. I mean, the legs look pretty good. This would have finished and looked like a really good model.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we're gonna make which one? Is that the Deadpool bust?
Let me see which one.
I'll let you pick a good one.
I like snowflake. What
Let's
do
do
you
it. Let's do it. It's still Christmas time.
Yes.
It's still the holidays.
And
So you're
wait, and you can see there are 3 G codes,
Okay.
and I want to print with 150 millimeters per second.
So then you just hit make.
Make. Yes. And you can from here you can see we have 2 printers. If you have more, you can control with one laptop, and
And
it's
this
quite
is
easy.
more, these are Ivy 3D printers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So the one we are using is printer number 2.
Oh.
And the other one is not here. It's in the hotel we took here, just in case.
That makes sense. It's good to have a backup.
Yes. And these 2 are back in China. And because it is midnight now in China, so you cannot see their status.
Those printers are asleep.
Yes.
They're tired.
Okay. So I will tap make. And you can see that it is heating now.
Live demos at CES are always the best things.
Yes.
A few moments later.
Okay, and it's making the snowflake.
Yes,
Yeah, it's
is
making
now
the
making the snowflake. And I want to show you that, as you can see, besides the make button, there is a preview button.
Oh, okay.
By preview, for example, if you want to only change a little bit of this G code, you can just tap the preview button, and then you can change the settings here.
I see. So it has some default settings, and then this is how you would customize the settings for the print.
Settings, yes. And these parts are quite similar with other common slicers. And then another way is like if you want to upload a new model, then you can tap the new design here, and then you can drag or drop the files here, and then you can do the slicing.
Oh, I see.
That's basically the main functions for this slicer. And
This is really nice. I remember that it was Andy's laptop
Yes.
that you let me borrow last time, and it was a very minimal user interface. And if I remember, there was some command line stuff. This is really looking nice. I think
yeah,
a lot
and
of
this time you won't need to use his laptop.
that's good.
You can
I
use-
appreciate that.
And I want to tell you something specific about this interface. It's like, because we have the idea, these models are tested and printed by us already. So if our user buy the printer and they access this website, they can just use it directly. And in the future, if some of the users choose to share the models that they printed, and then other users will be able to use it directly, including the G code. So which would be very convenient and friendly for everybody.
I see. Well, that's handy. Okay.
So it's like for beginners, you don't need to, if you find a model that you like and you have the G code here, you don't even need to slice it yourself.
Okay. Well, that's good for people just getting started up.
Yes.
Maybe schools or educational facilities, people that just need to find neat stuff to print or something that's already been sliced and then
Yes.
hit go.
Yes, that's the whole idea of this platform.
Well, that's handy. I mean, I'm sure you still have more development to
Yes,
do, and
yes.
there's always going to be stuff to do in the back end.
Yes.
One of the things, though, that we talked about that we didn't see were these, the print heads. Can we
Yes.
talk about these and maybe see what's been made with them?
Yes, as I mentioned in the beginning, last time that we are a
year ago.
three-in-one, yes, a three-in-one printer. Besides the 3D printing, we have the laser engraving and CNC cutting.
Look at that. This wasn't available yet when I had it at my house, correct?
Yes. And these two, and we also have print head with different diameters. We support from 0.15 to 0.4 nozzles.
Oh, so someone could change the nozzle if they wanted, or they could have print heads with different size nozzles
Yes.
just to make hot swapping easy.
Yes. So they don't need to change the nozzles themselves.
I like that idea.
And I cannot show you the laser and the CNC function working now because we've changed the control board. So we still need some time to work on the firmware. But we've tested the PCB of these two functions on the old control board, and they've worked.
Your table is full of wonderful things that you've made, and we're starting over here with the CNC milling and the laser engraving, right?
Yes. For the CNC, this is the one that we brought here that we engraved on both sides.
That's really nice. Wow,
Yes.
may I see it?
Yes, sure. And on the CNC, it can actually work on many different materials. This is a type of hardwood. You can also engrave on acrylic or plastic or bamboo or any other wood.
Wow, that looks really nice. It's really smooth.
Yes. And you can see these details.
The details come out pretty good of the flower there.
And for the engraving, this part, the Range Rover, this owl, and all of these are made with our laser functions.
Oh, so these are
Laser
different
cut.
layers. Is this printed or is this oh, that's lasered.
Yes, it's laser
Oh,
cut.
it's like is it a fabric?
Yes, we cut this wood first, and then we also cut different color of fabric, and then stick it together.
Wow, that's really cool. I like that a lot.
And then I really like this one.
Oh, there's Andy.
Yes,
Where you at, Andy?
over there.
There you are. Looks like you. Good job, Andy.
And he made this himself.
Oh, he did.
Yes.
Good job. I like it. And this is awesome.
Yes.
And literally, this is awesome. That's awesome.
Uh-huh. And this is cut with the laser as well.
Is that paper?
Yes.
Wow.
And you can also cut many other different materials like leather or paper or the board. The thickest we can cut is 3mm board.
I see. So it's not just engraving. It's not just a low power laser to embellish. There is actually a cutting power.
Yes.
And 3mm board.
Yes. This one is we cut it and then we assemble it like this.
This is something like this is great for model builders, tinkerers, people that are designing things in their garage. They're not trying to cut 1/4-inch plywood.
Yes.
They're trying to do hobby level boards.
Yes.
This is neat. I could see a lot of people making models like this, or maybe because you could do balsa balsa wood, which is really light, easy to cut through,
Yes.
making a lot of like model airplanes.
Yes.
I could see that. Wow, that's really cool. So you've got laser engraving and cutting,
CNC cut, yes.
and CNC cutting,
Yes.
carving, milling. But I mean, obviously, it is a 3D printer, so you have
Yes.
many models, and these look fantastic. Really, really fantastic. Have you improved the algorithm, or you're just because you're slicing the files yourself?
Yes.
People are working on the slicing engine to make sure all the details get through and can extrude plastic really well. You know, I look at that.
Oh,
That's
yes,
amazing.
This one is post-processed.
Yes.
This one and this one is post-processed. And you can see we have these tags over here telling you that we can support all of these different filaments, different types of filaments.
Oh, I see. I mean, everybody can print PLA usually, but ABS, nylon,
nylon.
POM and PC, and TPU?
Yes.
Okay, so not the super rubber band type stuff, but
Yes.
the semi-flexible sort of
Yes.
thing. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, but that's great for a tire.
Yes.
And you can make parts that then go together with these other types of materials to make live joints or.
Yes.
Cool. I would imagine this would be popular with people who like cosplay and making costumes and props.
Yes. And also these, like for the props.
Yeah. May I pick that up?
Yeah, sure.
So I mean, this is printed like
and
this,
This one is printed out like this,
post-processed, painted.
like this.
It looks fantastic. I mean,
Yes, I
this
really
is
like
wonderful.
This, I really like this model myself.
Really? Did you paint it?
No, I'm not that tech.
I'm not this good. I'm nowhere near this good. This is great. Well, listen, we're kind of at this point now where you're displaying a very competent machine with an array of amazing, not just models, but CNC milled items, laser cut items. What does the next 6 months look for you? I mean, really, I want to ask you, when are people going to get to actually play with this in their house?
Yes, actually we just announced the latest delivery date to all of our backers. That will be June 2020,
Of this year.
this year.
That's in 6 months.
Less
June
than
6th.
6 months.
Less than 6 months.
Yes. And
Wow.
in fact, the delivery date has been delayed. It is a little bit later than what we planned, a little bit late than what we wanted. And the reason is because one of the reason is because we wanted to deliver the printer to all of our backers as soon as possible. And sometimes we make plans that are too optimistic to be possible. And that's one of the problem. The other problem is sometimes, because Andy and Elvis are the developer of the printer, whenever we found a problem with the printer, either small or big, they feel automatically that they need to solve it immediately. But when turning the prototype into the product, they are faced with a massive amount of tasks, and sometimes they or the team lost track of the top priority, and we slip into the circle of constant modification or optimization. These are only two of the main reasons of the delays, and we will have a more detailed summary of some of the mistakes that we've made in the past 6 months, and we will have specific rules and working procedures to avoid these mistakes in the next 6 months, so that we can really deliver it to every backer who believed us in the very beginning. And this, I really like this model engraved with this laser. It's like when the plan doesn't work, change the plan, but never the goal. So
That's great life advice.
Yes, and we would never give up the goal of delivering a high quality IV to every backer. And this is the belief of our whole team.
I really like hearing that. And I think what's really important for everyone out there to hear is that you're not able to ship as fast as you wanted originally,
Yes.
but you're being very open and honest about it, and the communication is there with all of those who backed it. And so, unlike other companies or campaigns that may not have been as successful, it seems like you're going about it the right way.
Because we want to, since the very beginning, we think why so many backers choose us is because we've been honest with them when we start the campaign. And we want to keep that. Even when we met challenges, we will be honest with them.
Well, I'm going to say congrats on all your success so far, and I wish you the best of luck over the next
And-
6 months. And I'm
yes.
looking forward to June and seeing everybody's social media posts about their new Ivy 3D printer they've released.
Okay, and thank you for stopping by today.
Thanks for letting us stop by. Really appreciate it. Well then, hey, you know what? Thanks for watching. And if you made it this far in the episode, you're awesome. Don't forget to hug each other more. I love you all, as always.
High five.
High five.